Hello and welcome to Inside Modular, the podcast of commercial modular construction brought to you by the Modular Building Institute. Welcome everyone, my name is John McMullen and I'm the Marketing Director here at MBI. I'm talking with David Osborne, CEO of UK-based Roman Showers. David is here to talk about the evolution of modular showers and current trends within the industry. David, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
So tell me about yourself, David. How did you end up as CEO at Roman?
Well, my father actually started the business in 1985. So I joined straight from university in 1992. So I was thrust straight into it. Nice. And then it's been a bit of a marvelous 29 years now, blimey. Wow. So it's been very exciting. Business is transformed and we're in a very good place now.
Well, that's good. That's great to hear. And for those who aren't familiar, tell me more about Roman Showers itself. Where exactly are you guys based, and how did the company get started?
Well, we're based up in County Durham in northeast England, so we're really not that far from Scotland.
Okay.
And originally the business started from scratch, and if you think back to the 80s, the original idea was actually different colour printing onto glass. And then it was matching with the different bathroom colours of the time that we seem to have moved on from that, but they were all the different greens and browns and whatever. So that's where we started from. And then now we're 3 factories up in the northeast. So we're on a 400,000 square feet site. So we manufacture shower enclosures, solid surface mouldings, sinks, basins, and then really we have a solid surface fabrication plant which is doing vanity tops, etc. We have a subsidiary business over in Ireland, just outside Dublin, which is a sales and marketing operation. And then very importantly, we have a big base over in Malaysia, which manufactures over there for the Asia-Pacific market. We don't bring anything outside Asia. That's quite a unique thing now. When a lot of our products and competitors are coming from Southeast Asia, we're actually manufacturing there for the Asian Pacific market. We've got 2 very important architectural showrooms, which is one's in London and one's in Kuala Lumpur, which are really both key architectural hubs. And now we're very much the way the world's changed. We're very much the UK's and Europe's largest manufacturer, and we supply all around the world. We have a joint venture aluminium business in Malaysia as well, but we're very capability led, and especially within really what's core to you is the specification hospitality sector, and that's really where our international business goes. I think the easy summary is that capability travels.
That's quite a bit of growth. That's really outstanding. As we touched on, Roman has been around for close to 40 years now. What have you noticed about the modular shower industry over that span of time? How has the industry evolved?
Well, I think when we first had our initial dealings with the modular industry, it was very much more perceived as a sort of a level entry offer, and really in the last 15, particularly the last 10 years, the profile of modular building has just soared, and some of the most prestigious residential jobs, all the top international hotels, are now comfortably using modular construction. It takes so many variables out. It's making it very international. I mean, we deal with modular companies now all over Europe, Dubai, Middle East, Malaysia, China, and of course the end destinations can be anywhere. So really, we're seeing a very large growth in the whole modular industry.
So tell me more about the way you've seen design professionals, architects, and other designers change how they've utilized modular showers and other prefab elements.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose in our experience, as modular has become more mainstream, as designers, architects are more relaxed and understanding modular build, we're seeing much more synergy, I suppose, now between the desired outcome for the bathroom and the structural constraints of modular build. So it's really much closer and more integrated now. And I think, moreover, designers actually now embrace and understand the full benefits of the simplifications that modular build gives them, and really also, not unimportantly, understand the ongoing service and maintenance benefits and requirements, etc. So I think that's changed dramatically.
So you mentioned synergy. How is that synergy and the evolution that we're talking about affected the way that these products are designed and produced?
Well, I suppose in our case, I mean, we are a little different in what we do. But I mean, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we were simply being asked for a glass showering area, enclosure, whatever. But now, really, we've spread to become really producing integrated showering areas with vanity tops, bathroom furniture integrated. So I suppose we're significantly speeding up and controlling the installation process as a result. And I think very importantly, we're eliminating many of the on-site variables, and pre-plumbing, first fixes can be built in, etc. But there's a huge impact is integration. And so we're working with Corian and lots of other solid surface brands and just building the whole thing, building a bathroom structure rather than just a showering area now. That's probably the biggest change.
How do your designers and engineers work? What's the process for creating a new model of modular shower?
Well, that's our design team are used to working in every way imaginable, really, with a huge array of different clients, and no two are really the same. So, I mean, sometimes we're sent visual concepts for the bathroom, and we literally have to break this down into sections and then redesign it really for manufacture and installation, and really break it down itself into modular pieces. Sometimes we're receiving drawings for really specific requirements on site. Other times, I suppose we might require the layout to be redesigned to achieve what the ultimate design goal is. And we're keen, I suppose, to make sure we keep all the different stakeholders, so the designers, the clients, the modular partners involved at every stage of that. And a lot of the time now, some of the architects or clients are actually asking us to recommend a modular manufacturer, as the sector might be new to them. And this is where the development of strong partnerships comes in, and we aren't just on the specification, but we're also bringing in and recommending excellent modular manufacturers as partners.
Gotcha. So speaking of manufacturers, if I'm a manufacturer looking to include modular showers in my next project, at what point in the process should I be contacting you? What options do I have?
Well, without question, John, ideally at the very start.
Well, the very start.
I mean, our products and variety of installation systems are actually a bit more complicated than they might seem. So if we're involved early, we can talk about installation, fixing methods. We'd rather the layout was designed right first time, obviously. I mean, in reality, we don't get involved that many times at the initial stage. Most commonly, a lot of the design work's already done, and we're suggesting finishes, some specialist installation, sealing systems, and of course, sometimes we're sort of parachuted in near the end of a program due to someone else's failure, rejection by the client, whatever it might be. But the great thing for us about being a fully integrated manufacturer and designer is, in such situations as that, we might be faced with really quite a complicated, specialised, bespoke showering system, integrated tops, basin, sink, furniture, and that needs to be installed pretty much anywhere in the world in 2 weeks. And not many people can do that. That's really what has set us apart a bit in terms of capability. I mean, there's a huge choice of solid surface finishes now, as you probably gather from basic solid colours into marble effects, even translucent materials and things now. So really, it's a huge design choice.
So I read on your website that your products are currently in 52 different countries, which is pretty amazing. What differences have you noticed in the various international markets in which you operate?
Well, I think our website needs updated. We're actually 63 at the moment.
Oh, wow.
At this point in time. But I think with close relationships, and we work very closely with the main international hotel groups. So the number's growing all the time in terms of where we're being spread and developing into new markets. I suppose the most fundamental difference we find is a lot of the developing markets have the showering area, which is still sort of left on a glass contractor specification rather than being bathroom specification. So that's one that always needs to be changed and evolved relatively quickly. Essentially, we're the only product that moves in the bathroom once it's installed, if you think about it. We also then have to act as a giant fish tank. So some clients can be very particular and precious about the sink, but once that's screwed to the wall, it never moves. So a lot of the time, our sort of key products don't get the sort of design airtime they actually deserve in reality. And I think once our clients, once modular partners get to understand the benefits you get from working with a sort of international specialist branded product, it becomes a very different story in terms of how you manage that dynamic.
So what specifically have you noticed about the design trends over the past few years? You mentioned earlier, back in the 80s it was greens and browns, and I think we're all thankful we've left those behind largely. But how have the trends changed in the past few years, and how have those trends impacted you?
Well, I think we're all glad we left the old colours behind, aren't we? I think without question, the major trend is to move away really from chrome fittings and clear glass. In the project market, we offer 15 specialist colour finishes for aluminium and brass, and our manufacturing capability really allows us to offer, pretty much any specialist finishes beyond these, as long as there's a volume to justify it. But really, we've seen things like matte black, bush nickel, matte white really emerging strongly in that sort of as a metal trend. Glass has consistently got thicker, heavier, which is very much perception driven rather than performance, but you can't change that. And then we've also seen a lot of sort of industrial look, black sort of crystal style finishes coming in, and really a big change is now the sort of retro style of fluted reeded glass coming back into fashion now. And then integrated vanity tops, really that's more of an overall design integration trend where integrated vanity tops with showers are the biggest probably evolution for us as a business in hospitality. And it's not just for design. Actually eliminates a real problem, which is the gap between the basin and the shower door that you can't seal or clean. And that is a major proper problem for hotels around the world. And also it simplifies installation, of course. You literally can't fit it wrong. It has to go together in a particular way. And then we see furniture, shelving, drawers all coming in being integrated as well. And one thing we've developed, which is a big factor for modular industry and people who are having to then give warranties, etc., is the last 5 years we developed a silicon-free wall fixing system. So frames and colours become minimal and attract a premium. You don't want an installer covering the frame in 2 inches of silicon. So we have a tape system that's actually between the glass and the profile and the wall. So it acts as a seal from the inside, so there's nothing visible. Completely watertight, cool. But it's maintenance free, and that's obviously a big benefit to everyone in the supply chain.
Absolutely. Are there different design trends for showers in different parts of the world, or are they all fairly similar?
No, I think due to the nature of the international hotel groups, there is a lot of similarity. But certainly we'd pick out a few things. Asia Pacific was always the one driving wet room design and level access showering a few years ago, and that's become a global trend now. Not just to design, but also the aging population, arthritis, etc. And the integration of vanity tops and showers. Everyone sort of seems to think they've got the same problems with installers. It's everywhere. So what you can control through modular build and the way we do things is really giving that sort of guarantee. Middle East are always keen on full height ceiling fixings, full height showers, and integrating toilet cubicles next to the showers, etc. Sure, the US has got some different metal finishes to Europe as well, but these are all very easily solvable. But the world's a pretty small place now in terms of design.
Can you make any guesses about the next 5 years? Are there any emerging trends that you're just picking up on?
Well, I think there is one, whether it's a trend or it's certainly the reaction to the whole COVID thing we've had. But in Europe, the vast majority of our competitors are of sort of Chinese origin, using Chinese origin product, and really with the supply chain disruption, perhaps over dependency on Chinese manufacturing, we're seeing that changing quite quickly. And also I think we're doing a carbon zero program at the moment here as across the whole business, and sustainability is only getting higher up everyone's agenda, and particularly the main international hotel groups. We're really very, very focused on that now. So we have some, as a business here at Roman, we have some sort of amazingly high environmental stats and stories, and really embracing the circular economy, and that's really the key thing for the future, we think. So, they're key principles in our process, and it's becoming more and more of a differential rather than just being, a valid thing to do. this is washing down from hotels and hospitality into major residential, ultimately, of course, retail. But the consumer's more and more environmentally aware, and I suppose we must make sure we use our significant environmental impact advantage count at every stage, really, whatever sector that's in.
So I'll bring us full circle. You started the show telling us about the growth of Roman showers. What's next? Where are you guys going from here?
Very, very bluntly, to the USA, if you want the genuine answer.
Very good.
No, I mean we've been dabbling for a few years in the USA and Canada, and we want to do it properly. I mean we aim to be working very hard with all the major hotel groups, and we are, but really into the USA, and design, manufacturing, environmental strengths really come to the fore in that. So yeah, we're aiming to be building some significant long-term partnerships the next few years, and really that's entirely based, having looked at what's going on, it's entirely based around the hospitality sector. That's our international differential. So it's capability around hotel, hospitality, modular design. So I say we're dealing with the groups. We've been over to your conference a few years ago in Tucson.
Yep.
We'll be you'll see us at quite a few hotel exhibitions, and we already know quite a lot of people. So yeah, bluntly, that's pretty much our stated aim in the next 5 years.
Well, very good, very good. I wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, David, for your time today. I really appreciate it.
No, pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
My name is John McMullen, and this has been another episode of Inside Modular, the podcast of commercial modular construction. Until next time.